أحسن الله لك العذاب في ولدك الحسين. What was yesterday, what is today? Hussein, the family of Hussein, the Ashab of Hussein, all were present. The house of Fatima Az-Zahra was full yesterday. Today, it is all darkness. What has happened? Hussein is no more with his family. We therefore are all gathered in the house of Fatima Az-Zahra tonight to send our condolences first to the Prophet. Ya Rasulullah, أحسن الله لك العذاب في ولدك الحسين. O the Prophet of Islam, accept our condolences on the martyrdom of your son Hussein. O Fatima Az-Zahra, O Lady of Paradise, O Lady who brought up Hussein with so much care and so much gentleness, today we are here to send our condolences to you on the martyrdom of Hussein. O Amirul Mu'mineen, accept our condolences for the martyrdom of your son Hussein. Then we turn to the Imam of the time, Hazrat Hujjat, and we say, oh, the Imam of the time, accept our condolences on the martyrdom of your grandfather Hussein. It is said when the soldiers who had gone for the battle of Uhud, when they came back home, and when the names of the martyrs were announced, the family of each martyr was weeping and crying in their homes. It is said the Prophet stood very, very sad. Wa Hamza, oh my uncle Hamza, oh my uncle Hamza. Then somebody asked, Ya Rasulullah, you are very, very sad. He says, yes, I can see everybody mourning for the dead, their martyrs. But Hamza, there is no one in the house of Hamza. When the companions of the Prophet heard this, they sent their women to the house of Hamza to weep for Hamza. When the Prophet saw this, he raised his hands towards heaven. Ya Allah, grant your mercy to these people who have gone to mourn my uncle Hamza. After the battle of Muta, where it became clear that Jafar had been martyred, the Prophet himself personally went into the house of Jafar. Jafar bin son of Aqil, his house the Prophet went, and the wife of Hamza, and the children of the wife of Jafar, and the children of Jafar were all in the house. Asma bint Umais was the wife of Hazrat Jafar. The Prophet went to give condolences and said, oh Asma, I have come to give condolences to you for the passing away of Jafar. But O Asma, be assured that now I am going to take care of your children. I will make sure that your children are properly taken care of. And O Asma, do not worry. For 3 days the Prophet made sure that food was sent in the house of Jafar. Ya Rasulullah, this is the message that you gave to the Muslim. But what happened in Karbala? Did anyone think of sending food to the house? No, Ya Rasulullah. Imam Hussein, when he had come for his last wida, he had told the family, from now onwards you stay in the khayma, you stay in the tent, don't come out, because Imam Hussein knew what was going to happen after that. Imam Hussein bid farewell to his family, and he went to the battlefield, and he did not come back. Zuljana came back to the khayma. The ladies thought that Imam Hussein had come back. They went out, they saw that Zuljana, the horse on which Imam Hussein had ridden and gone to fight, has come back, but the saddle is turned upside down. This means that the rider is not going to come back. The face of Zuljana was full of blood that it had put on his face as being the blood of Imam Hussein. The family came out. Zainab, Kulsum, they went to, they surrounded Zuljana. Zuljana, where is your rider? In his own way, Zuljana conveyed his message. My rider is not going to come back to you again. Shamra bin Zuljawshar, as soon as Imam Hussein had been martyred, he turned to the forces of Yazid and said, now you can go and loot the family of Hussein. Just think about it. These ladies of the house of the Prophet, since morning they have been seeing one after another of their supporters being martyred in the field. And now their guardian Hussein is gone, Abbas is gone, and suddenly the soldiers of Yazid came towards the khayma. What they first did was to set fire. Fire was set to the tent. When the first tent began to burn, the ladies went to the second tent. When all the tents had been burned, there was this last tent that was left, in which Sayyid Sajjad, Zainul Abidin was Bimar, was sick and he was sleeping. There, Zainab, the daughter of Ali, came and asked Imam Zainul Abidin, you are the Imam of the time, you tell us what we have to do. Should we go out of the tent, or should we stay here and all of us be burnt alive? Why? Because by this time they had all their chadar, all their hijab had already been removed from them. The people, the soldiers of Yazid had snatched everything that they had on them except for the clothes that they had on their bodies. They took away their jewelry, they took everything. Now was the time, therefore, that these ladies had no hijab. Therefore they are asking Sayyid Sajjad that going out without hijab is haram, but at the same time staying inside and being burnt to death is also haram. What do we do now? Imam Zainul Abidin gives this ruling that at this time it is wajib for you to save your lives. Therefore, even if you don't have hijab, go out of the tent. Imam Zainul Abidin, for the rest of his life, he used to cry when he remembered what happened on that night. He would say, these ladies all came for help and I could not help them. And I saw them running hither and thither, and the soldiers of Yazid harassing them, snatching away their hijab. Kulsum narrates that one person came. I was running and he came after me with his spear, and with his spear he snatched away my chadar. He took away. Fatima, the daughter of Imam Hussein, records that I was running hither and thither, and this man came. He snatched away my chadar. He took away my hijab. Then he saw my anklets on the leg. He said, give me that anklet. I told him, these anklets have been given to my father. They mean a lot to me. He said, give it to me. I removed it and gave it to him. But then I saw him crying. I say, you are crying and you are taking away our belongings. He says, yes, I pity you. You are the family of the Prophet, and the way you are today, I pity you. Then she asked, if that is the case, why do you take away my belongings? He said, if I don't do it, somebody else will do it. She said, I fainted, and when I opened my eyes, I saw my head in the laps of my Aunt Kulsum, and she also did not have her hijab. I did not have my hijab. The tents were all burning. Hamid bin Muslim reports that when all the ladies had run out, I saw one lady, she goes in and she comes out, and the tent is burning. I went close by and inquired, what is so valuable in this tent that you keep on going and coming out when the tent is in fire? She said, my nephew is sick. He says, I then saw this lady carrying a young man and bringing him out of the tent. Sham-e-Gharibaan. This is the night that was very, very difficult for the family of the Prophet. As the tents burn and as the ladies are running all over the places, think of those children. When our children run here in the center, we lovingly bring them and put them in one place. As for the children of the Prophet, they were running in the battlefield. Some of them were killed at that time. One of the children of Akil, Muhammad, Salbil, a grandson of Akil, he was running here and there. One of the soldiers saw him. He went by and struck him with a sword. The child fell down. The mother, when she saw her child being killed, she went to save him but could not. The child died in the laps of his mother. Then there were the children, two children of Muslim, Muhammad and Aoun, Muhammad and Ibrahim. They were kidnapped and taken to Kufa. After some time, Umar ibn Saad gave instructions that now collect these ladies, put them in one place, because we have to take them as prisoners so that they should not escape. I would say, Umar ibn Saad, where will these ladies escape? Who will show them a way to go? And where would you go? Where would they go? Where is the place for them to die? One tent was built, was put there, and all the ladies were told to get inside. Hazrat Zainab collected all the ladies and put them in this one tent. And then she began to count. She saw that there are some children who are missing. And Sakina, the daughter of Imam Hussein, was also missing. Zainab Zainab remembered that my brother, when he was going away, he particularly instructed me about Sakina. Zainab, this daughter is very much fond of me. There is a great bond between me and this daughter of mine. Take care of her. Now I can't see her, Zainab says. I tell Kulsum, let us go and look where Sakina is. They come out as they are going towards battlefield looking for Sakina. They see two children. They had embraced each other and were sleeping on the ground. Zainab tells Kulsum, let's go close to these children lest they get frightened and they start running away. They go to the children very slowly, but the children are motionless. Hazrat Zainab, when she checks, she finds that both the children have already passed away. These were the two daughters of Imam Hassan. Her name was Hassan and Hussein. Zainab takes these two babies and lays them on the ground to be buried. Then she goes around looking for Sakina. She can't find her. Then she goes towards battlefield. There is where she sees Sakina sleeping by a body that had been totally mutilated. Zainab asks Sakina, whose body are you lying close by to? She said, this is the body of my father. Zainab asked her, how did you know this is your father's body? Why? Because the head has been removed and the clothes have been removed from the body. She said, when I heard that my father had been killed, I ran towards the battlefield. I was crying out, oh my father, where are you? Where are you? From this body came a voice, oh my daughter, come here, come here. Zainab recognizes this is the body of Hussein. She raises the body on her hands and turns towards heaven. Ya Allah, accept this final sacrifice from the house of Muhammad. Zainab takes Sakina to the Khaima. She reports, she said, my father, when I slept close to my father's body, my eyes closed, I saw my father in the dream. He told me, Sakina, pass this message to those who love me. Tell them that your Imam remembered you up to the last moment. And he died. He passed away thirsty. So, whenever you drink water, remember the thirst of your Imam. Whenever you hear that somebody has been killed innocently, remember your Imam who was killed. Innocently he was killed. Sakina is brought back to the tent. Zainab tells the ladies to calm down, to wait their fate. What would happen to them tomorrow, Allah knows. At that time, Umar ibn Saad pays them a visit. So is Shimr. Shimr sees Zainul Abidin. He asks, who is this young man? Who is this young man? We were supposed to kill all the sons of Hussein. This young man was told this is Hussein's son Ali. He takes out his dagger and is about to kill Zainul Abidin. Hamid bin Muslim says, I turned to him and said, what kind of a man you are? This is a sick boy, a young boy who is sick. Would you still kill him? Hamid says, before Shamr could kill the young man, a daughter of Ali, Zainab, embraced the young man and told Shimr, before you kill him, you will have to kill me first. Umar ibn Saad now arranges and sends some food and water. When food and water comes to the tent, the ladies look at each other. Rabab, what water should I drink? When my Ali Asghar was slaughtered thirsty. When Maulana Hussein was killed thirsty. At that time, Zainab looks at Sakina. She is resting. Zainab wakes up Sakina. Sakina, you are thirsty. There is water for you. Come drink this water. She asks, this water, why are you giving this to me? Zainab, he tells her, you are the youngest in the family. And she takes the bowl of water, goes out, Was-Zahra, Was-Zahra, my brother Asghar. He was the youngest, and he was thirsty. Sham-e-Gharibaan. This is the night which is very, very difficult and critical for the family of the Prophet. Zainab consoles the ladies. Now you can take some rest because for us there is a long journey. Zainab makes all the ladies sit inside. She sits outside to guard what Hussein did up to today, what Abbas used to do, what Akbar used to do. Today, Zainab is doing it all on her own. At that moment, as she rests, she is tired, her eyes close, and she has a vision. She sees that a horseman who is covered his face, he is coming towards the tent. In her dream, in her vision, Zainab addresses the person and says, "Oh person, oh man, stay away. It is with great difficulties that I managed to get all these ladies at one place, and the children who are left are just resting for a few minutes. There is nothing that we have. Everything has been taken away from us." But the horsemen keep on riding. She says, "If you still have to come, oh horsemen, come tomorrow. If you see if there is anything left, you can take that also." But the horseman, he just comes forward. In her dreams, Zainab goes forward and puts her hands on the saddle of the horse and tells me, "Oh man, I have been begging you. I have been telling you not to come forward. You don't seem to listen. If you take one more step, I'm going to call my father Ali. Don't consider us to be totally hopeless. I can call my father. He is Mushkil Kusha. He has solved the problem of many. He will come and solve our problem." The rider removed his cover. Zainab, without calling your father, he is here. Zainab must have told him, "Father, you came too late, my father. Where were you, father, when Qasim's body was being trampled upon by horses? Oh, father, where were you when Ali Akbar came asking for water and his father could not give him any water? Father, where were you? Ali Asghar was in the hands of Hussein. He was asking for water and they slaughtered his son in his hand. Father, where were you when Hussein was being martyred and you were not there?" Ali, in his dream, Maulana replied her, "Zainab, I was there. Your grandfather was there. We were all seeing what was happening." This this is the night. And Umar ibn Saad now call his forces, calls his people that we should not be satisfied. Hussein's body has to be trampled by horses. 10 horses, 10 horsemen take the body of Imam Hussein, and horses trample the body of Sayyid al-Shuhada. Imam Zamana remembers his grandfather as my grandfather, whose backbone was broken by the hoofs of horses. You have consoled Rasulullah. May Allah accept Azadari that you have all carried out. We have not been able to serve Sayyid al-Shuhada, and he has already gone. Ya Rasulullah, Ya Hussein, if we live till next year, we will do it all over again. Maula, if this is our last opportunity, then when we are in our graves on the first night, Maula, you come to help us. Maula, this is now the last thing that I have to say. Salama, Hussein ibn Ali, where he had left, he reminded Salama of the sand that Rasulullah had given to her and had told her, Salama, this sand, so far it remains sand, know that my Hussein is alive. But the day you see blood coming out of this sand, know that my Hussein has been martyred. On the day of Ashur, after the prayers of Asr, Salama went to sleep. She saw the Prophet in a dream. The Prophet was barefooted, bare hair. There was nothing on his head. His hair, his beard was covered with dust and blood. Salama asks him, Ya Rasulullah, what is this position I see you in? He said, Salama, my son Hussein, he has been slaughtered. This blood that you see is the blood of Hussein. Salama opens her eyes, goes to see the sand. She sees the sand is all blood. She cries out, oh people of Medina, my son Hussein has been martyred. Allah, akad kutil al-Husainu bi Karbala. Allah, akad zubi al-Husainu bi Karbala. Matame Hussein.
घबराएगी ज़ैनब, घबराएगी ज़ैनब, भैया तुम्हें घर जा के कहाँ पाएगी ज़ैनब, घबराएगी ज़ैनब। कैसा ये भरा घर हुआ बर्बाद इलाही, क्या आई तबाही, अब इसको नाबाद कभी पाएगी ज़ैनब। घबराएगी ज़ैनब, घर जाके किसे देखेगी, कासिम है ना अब्बास, अकबर से भी है आस, अपने लिए असग़र को कहाँ पाएगी ज़ैनब, घबराएगी ज़ैनब। पूछेंगे जो सब लोग के बाजू पे हुआ क्या, ये नील है कैसा, किस किस को निशान रस्सी के दिखलाएगी ज़ैनब, घबराएगी ज़ैनब। फट जाएगा बस देखते ही घर को कलेजा, याद आओगे भैया, दिल ढूंढेगा तुमको, तो कहाँ पाएगी ज़ैनब, घबराएगी ज़ैनब। बेपर्दा हुई कैद भी ख़ाहर ने उठाई, पर मौत न आई। क्या जानिए क्या क्या अभी दुख पाएगी ज़ैनब, घबराएगी ज़ैनब।
सलाम खाक नशीनों पे सोगवारों का, गरीब देते हैं पुरसा तुम्हारे प्यारों का। सलाम उन पे जिन्हें शर्म खाए जाती है, खुले सरों पे असीरी की खाक आती है। सलाम उस पे जो ज़हमत कशे सलासिल है, मुसीबतों में इमामत की ली मंजिल है। सलाम बेचते हैं अपनी शाहज़ादी पर कि जिनको सौंप गए मरते वक्त घर सरवर। मुसाफिरत ने जिसे बेबसी ये दिखलाई, निसार कर दिए बच्चे न बच सका भाई। असीर हो के शामियों के नरगे में हुसैनियत है सिखाना अली के लहजे में। सकीना बीबी तुम्हारे गुलाम हाजिर हैं, बुझे जो प्यास तो अश्कों के जाम हाजिर हैं। ये सैन ये हश्र ये सदमे नए नए बीबी, कहाँ पे बैठी हो खैमे तो जल गए बीबी। पार रात बड़ी देर है सवेरे में, कहाँ हो शाम गरीबा के गुप अंधेरे में। ज़मीन गर्म यतीमी की सख्तियाँ बीबी, वो सीना जिसके पे सोती थी अब कहाँ बीबी। जनाब मादरे बेशीर को भी सबका सलाम, अजीब वक्त है क्या दे तसल्लियों का पयाम। अभी कलेजे में एक आग सी लगी होगी, अभी तो गोद की गर्मी न कम हुई होगी। नहीं अंधेरे में कुछ सूझता कहाँ ढूंढे, तुम्हारा चांद कहाँ छुप गया कहाँ ढूंढे। न इस तरह कोई खेती हरी भरी उजड़ी, तुम्हारी मांग भी उजड़ी है कोक भी उजड़ी। नहीं लाइनों में इंसान कोई खुदा हाफिज, दरंदे और ये बेवारसी खुदा हाफिज। शरीक हक को दरूदो सलाम पैगंबर, सलाम सैयदे लौलाक के लुटे घर पर, सलाम मोहसिन इस्लाम खस्ता तन लाशों, सलाम तुम पे शहीदों के बेकफन लाशों, सलाम तुम पे रसूलो बुतूल के प्यारों, सलाम मेरे शहादत के गिर्द सैयारों। बचे तो अगले बरस हम हैं और ये गम फिर है, जो चल बसे तो ये अपना सलाम आखिर है। मातमे हुसैन
या हुसैन
Ya Hussein,
या हुसैन
Ya Hussein,
या हुसैन
Ya Hussein,
या हुसैन
Ya Hussein,
या हुसैन या हुसैन या हुसैन या हुसैन या हुसैन।
शोले हैं भड़कते हुए हर सिमत धुआं है, ज़ैनब पर मुसीबत है, क़यामत का समा है। कहती है मुहाफिज मेरे पर्दे का कहाँ है, हम गीरत है दर मेरी चादर तो बचा ले। अब्बास उठो आग लगी जलते हैं खैमे, अब्बास उठो आग लगी जलते हैं खैमे। फिर गैज़ यदुल्लाह ज़माने को दिखाओ, फरियाद चहीती की है इमदाद को आओ। गौहर न छिने आके भतीजी को बचाओ, दामन से सकीना के हैं लिपटे हुए शोले। अब्बास उठो आग लगी जलते हैं खैमे, अब्बास उठो आग लगी जलते हैं। तुम आओ तो फिर जुल्म की ताकत न रहेगी, तुम आओ तो ज़ैनब की रिदा छिन न सकेगी, तुम आओ तो बीमार की मसनद न जलेगी, तुम आओ तो बीमार पर बरसेंगे न कोड़े। अब्बास उठो आग लगी जलते हैं खैमे, अब्बास उठो आग लगी जलते हैं खैमे। जलती हुई रेती पा पड़े हैं तन बेसर, ये औनो मोहम्मद हैं, वो क़ासिम है वो अकबर। फिर एक नए जुल्म पर तैयार है लश्कर, या पामाली शबीर के होते हैं इरादे। अब्बास उठो आग लगी जलते हैं खैमे, अब्बास उठो आग लगी जलते हैं खैमे। अब आले मोहम्मद पा क़यामत की घड़ी है, क्या वारिस तत्हीर पा उफ्तादा पड़ी है। ये दुख तर ज़हरा है जो बलवे में खड़ी है, बीमार संभलता नहीं कोड़े हैं बरसते। अब्बास उठो आग लगी जलते हैं खैमे, अब्बास उठो आग लगी जलते हैं खैमे। या हुसैन।